Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Battle Marshes. On the other side, as the Death Guard, we've got Focus. Opposed to the other side, as the Space Marines, we've got Grindan. Grindan will be opening with a Servitor, triple Scout Marines, and a Chapel Barracks. And Focus is going to go for triple Nurgle Cultists, a Plague Zombie Horde, as well as a Tribulation Mound. So look at this, blooming no regular opening for Focus here. He has gone for the 4th Plague Company, which allows him to go for the demony opening, which I've not seen very many times, if at all, on the channel, to be honest. But Focus is a man who knows his Death Guard like the back of his hand. I mean, to be honest, on the Discord, I've got about maybe 3 games of his sent in by various people who play against him. So, you know what? Focus is kind of like a Nurgly bear, right? You know, you don't see him for a while on the channel, and then once every now and then, you get about 3 or 4 games of him back to back. So, the winter has been had, he's now come out of hibernation, and for people who are big, massive fans of the Death Guard are going to be eating well in the nearby future. So I might try and space them out, one Death Guard game followed by a non-Death Guard game, followed by a Death Guard game, ad infinitum until Focus inevitably goes back to his long rest and sleep and lets the rest of the Unification community rest in peace, knowing that they won't be done in by the Nurgle Bear. And here come the Nurgle Bear cubs, the form of the cultists. We're slow but surely shotgunning these Scout Marines in the face. That's happening over there. The same kind of gubbins happening on this side as well, although the listing post will be built on top of here, so they won't be doing that much to him, or it, because listing posts have no form of gender, do they? Because I'm fairly certain that they don't. But also, a really sickly colouring for, I mean, I'm not a fan of lime yellow, or this colour of yellow. In fact, lime green is my least favourite colour in the whole wide world. That's right, Grindan is an experienced individual, and if anyone is able to counter an unusual opening, it is indeed the man they call Grindan. But Cultists are just going to politely ignore the Force Commander. Got some Space Marines coming out as well. We should be able to stand the test of time against these guys. Servitor does go down there. And we are going to see some Plague Zombies summoned for... Oh dear, we're going to potentially see 2. Or are you going to be a... Oh no, you are going to be a Nurgling squad, followed by a Herald of Nurgle as well. Oh, quite like that. You pop the Herald of Nurgle inside, well, not inside, but with the Nurglings, and then they're all able to teleport together. Very nice stuff. They're very slow. I mean, I don't know if we've seen many Nurglings on the channel, but they're just as squibbly as you expect them. Like, very sharp, horny versions of Peter Dinklage, except for a little bit taller. God rest his soul. Scouts of the Space Marines trying to contend with the Plague Zombie Horde, but they take a million years to kill in the grand scheme of things. We've got so much armour. Although, mind you, infantry armour, so that's interesting. You'd expect them to be demon armour or something, but I suppose they aren't really demons, are they? They are just poor, unfortunate humans. Depending on how you look at it, maybe they're really fortunate humans that have been given the blessing of Nurgle. You know, it just depends on how you see things. That's heresy, so I'm going to assume that's bad. And please don't send the Imperial Censures over to me. But at the moment, Grindan, out on all sides, got Cultists on one end, Cultists on the other as well. The whole smorgasbord of demony demons causing him a bit of issue in the centre. Herald of Nurgle is not the fastest lads, considering that he's got a slug through a leg. But that's alright. They are killing Space Marines, believe it or not. The amount of micro that Grindan is having to display here is quite considerable. Force Commander is going to stay in range stance just to avoid getting bonked by the Plague Zombies, but focusing on those Nurgle Cultists do sort them out to a very low model count. And, God blimey, I mean, Focus has got 56 monies coming in and 0 green compared to 44, so absolutely no economy for anyone at the moment. Yeah, you've just basically not bothered capturing the majority of your gubbins at the moment. Just pure aggression here, which has almost got the Space Marines, but going to go for a 3rd tactical squad. Fair enough, I mean, you forced the Space Marines to invest a lot in their tier 1, but that's damn fine for them. Those tactical Marines can be turned into useful units later on in the game with their plasma guns and missile launchers and all that good stuff. Listing posts are being taken down one by one, and a mass of lads unable. I mean, these guys are basically going to die, realistically. There's no way for them to escape. There's no escape pattern for them. But they will get a decap in there just for the good times and the fun times. We also have some Nurgle, or Nurglings even, taking out another listing post as well. Huge aggression. And now the cult is just hoping that if they hide in the corner, maybe everyone will forget about them. Go on, use the Nurgling sacrifice. Move around the side. Don't let their deaths be in vain. But actually going to see some more things coming forward. What are you going to be? You're going to be some more plague zombies. Just when they finally killed one squad. Is the other squad dead? No. I mean, yes it is. You are Nurgle cultists, which are not plague-ridden zombies. Completely different things. Anatomically similar, yes, maybe. But they've still got their minds. As much as a cultist can have their own minds, of course. Good lord, Focus got no chill. There's just still more lads incoming. And no plasma generators for Grindan here. I would absolutely love to see one plasma generator being hidden somewhere. Just so he's able to gradually get that money for tier 2. One singular vehicle could turn the entire tide of this engagement here. Might be an idea to upgrade your listing posts. But again, you can't do that without green money. An upgraded listing post will massively help you in the defense. Space Marines off in the distance, going toe-to-toe with some plague-ridden people. More Nurglings coming forward, and bearing in mind that these guys reinforce at a grand old cost of 3 blue. So these guys could just be reinforced all day long with barely any economy. And they do a fair whack of damage, if the numbers are to be believed, which is always a dicey affair, in the very least. At the moment, just Infinity Space Marines coming out. Can always have some more where they came from. Cultists over here seeming to be focusing on the stronghold. Probably an idea to kill the last remaining listing post. At the moment, have you got any Scourge Generators? You have got a Scourge Generator, so actually you're capable of going into tier 2 eventually, once you've got that money saved up. Space Marines just need to get some squad wipes in as and when they can. Reclaim their homeland. And that's what they're going to try and do with this Nurgle Cultist squad. But those Nurglings with the Herald of Nurgle is back to full health, so his health regen must be quite substantial. Shouting for the Emperor, but really they should say for the shower. There we go. One squad wipe there. A squad of 2 lonely Space Marines trying to recap a strategic point. The Space Marines over here attempting to retreat. I mean, maybe this is the time to send one squad over just to do some damage at home, just to maybe gain some sort of, I don't know, space. Force the Death Guard to do a bit of defending themselves. But I suppose the moment you leave one squad behind, I mean, he needs all hands on deck really here, doesn't he? Another Plague Zombie squad. Good lord. Squad cap has been capped. No more lads coming out. We'll bring up a Servitor. Plague Zombies almost getting surrounded on that Force Commander, but probably doesn't really want to focus on him. He's got too much health and too much armor to really do much damage to too quickly. We've got a, what are you? You are some Plague Bearers, right? So that's a bit of an upgrade. Now that you're in tier 2, why not? Still quite slow, but does a bit more damage. There's got to be a way, there's got to be a route out of this impressive assault. I've never seen the Demon 4th Company for the Death Guard being used in such a manner. But I suppose, as far as rush builds go, it's definitely doing the job. Space Marine's going to try and reposition around the listing post. Got a second one, not quite been finished up yet, sadly. We've now got 2 squads on the left-hand side, being given the space they need to open fire. Plague Bearers, massing in number, can only get 4 men in their squad. But that's alright. They're going to waddle their way on over. Problem with the Plague Zombies is that they cannot reinforce themselves, so once you've killed one, that's their numbers permanently reduced. The squad wipe goes down there. Plague Bearers also killed it as well. And the Plague Zombie Horde, the last of its own kind. Oh, did he come back for a bit? Oh, fair enough. Can't keep a good Plague Bearer down, that's what they say. Whoa, and there we go. 9 minutes, 45 seconds solid of constant aggression. Space Marines finally managed to get some breathing room. I mean, granted there's a Nurgle Cultist squad down here, but 2 of these guys will be able to take them out. And they've got plenty of infantry to deal with anything else. So the the ball is firmly in the Death Guard court here. Maybe transitioning away from the zombies now. I mean, what is the economy? It's 56 and 0 compared to 85 and 10. It's not huge differences in the economy, but they could massively increase their economic income by just upgrading all the listing posts and maybe transitioning into something else, but they're deciding to get loads more demons inside their Tribulation Mound. But I don't know if that's going to work for them anymore. Not with this amount of Space Marines on the go for them. Have you increased your squad cap? No, you haven't. But you have got another squad coming out. We'll start getting some skull probes out for reasons. Why are you getting a skull probe out? Not sure. Maybe they're expecting some infiltrated units, but I don't think the Death Guard have any infiltrated units apart from their flies. Or is that just to increase the vision of these lads? Maybe, baby. Oh no, you're coming in to zap the listing post, I assume. Skull Servitor. Yes, you have. You've killed yourself, but then you've all switched them off for a little bit. Which is an ability that you don't see the Space Marines use very often, but I absolutely love how Grindan has brought that to bear. Allows them to kill that listing post pretty quickly. They're now being surrounded by a lot of Death Guard demony nonsense, but I mean, that is just so many Space Marines. They've practically got a whole company planet side at the moment. All they need to do is just fan out a little bit and then pick out each unit any one given time. They've got the movement speed benefit compared to the Death Guard, so they can absolutely run circles around them. Now going to fall back to a heavy bolter turret. I'll definitely do them favours. Oh, one poor Nurgling being thrown around like a basketball. But that health regen will keep him alive. Yeah, just look at that. Incredible stuff. Space Marines, 3 of them, or 3 whole squads on the left-hand side. 1 squad on the right. Force Commander getting some shots off with his bolt pistol. And this just isn't... It doesn't have the same level of tenacity as it did before. Space Marines have the potential to fend these guys off a lot quicker than we saw earlier on. Heavy bolter has been cancelled. Squad cap increase is coming in. And that will just give them more opportunity to bring out more Space Marines. And the one squad over here is about to get squad wiped, very unfortunately. Will run as best he can. Force Commander trying to kill these Plague Bearers, but doesn't quite have the DPS, I think, to basically annihilate them as fast as he wanted to. Space Marines over here have gone on a bit of a journey. Yeah, these Plague Bearers, not known for their DPS, but their staying power is absolute. Oh yeah, so you could definitely get back up. Okay, you're a bit Necronish then. That's pretty cool. This post has been upgraded finally. Amazing stuff. Oh, it's got the plasma generator on the right hand side as well. Phenomenal stuff. Also going to see another one coming out to play. Nurglings deciding to turn their attention to the stronghold. It will take them a million years to get it done, but I mean, they've got all the time in the world, really. Can the Space Marines pull it off? They've got a couple of squads coming back on over here. Managed to kill that Plague Bearer squad over there, and they've now also going to try and put a listing post on that relic. So slowly but surely their economy is coming online. More demons coming out, but they should easily be shot down fairly quickly if Space Marines can get on top of them. More squads coming out. Servitor is out to hopefully do some repairs on that stronghold as well, as and when he can. This Nurgling squad has only got one Nurgling left, and now it's just a Herald of Nurgle on his own, which will make him that much easier of a target. Bearers over there being drawn out from the mainstay of the centre. And ideally, probably now want to bring all these Space Marines back over here, just to let these listing posts rip open fire. There we go. Once those listing posts were upgraded, that was the extra va-va-voom they needed to really start bringing in the damage. Servitor is now being slapped on the shins by the Nurglings. Take it out pretty quickly, but so too are they in return. Now just one singular squad. Oh, sorry, we've got 2 squads of Plague Bearers. They don't, I mean, yeah, they're just not getting anywhere, are they? Surrounded by umpteen amounts of Space Marines. So who needs tier 2? Who needs tier 2 when you've just got a whole gaggle of guys. Now this surely is the part where they start transitioning into something else. They've got a Bane Pit for vehicles. They've got more Naglings coming out. Current economy is 80 and 10 compared to 86 and 20. So yeah, Focus just putting all his eggs in one basket. And what a mighty and fecund basket that was. Now the Space Marines are ready to say hello. They're coming out for a bit of retribution. I mean, how many is that? That's 8. 14. Stay still. 18. And 26. 26 Space Marines. That's a lot. That's a Destructor. And they're probably not expecting to see a whole vehicle here. And they're just going to retreat from this point onwards. Man, you sir. Again, have you got tier 2 on the way? You do not. And you probably also want to repair your stronghold as well. Here comes an armory. Oh, have you got tier 2? No, you haven't. No, never mind me. We're seeing things for a second. But instead going to chase these Nurgle cultists down into a corner. Interesting choice. That will put you at risk of being caught out of position. I suppose if you take out a listing post as well, any bit of economy will help them in the long run. Desecrator completely ignores him, says, right, I want to go around this side, see if I can finish off the stronghold. Not a bad shout. Listing post will be brought down relatively quickly due to all this bolter fire. Grindan now having that critical location countdown victory on the way. Servitors attempting to rebuild the stronghold. What upgrades are coming for you, Grindan? Oh no, you see, yeah, he's gone too far away from the base. Wasn't anticipating that the Demon Rush would continue. And those Space Marines have got so far to walk back home. Well, they've got one singular Space Marine here, soon to have a friend. There we are. Best buddies. Trying to take on these Nurgles. There's too many of them. Too many for just 2 lads to annihilate. Servitors are going to try and switch off the Desecrator, and they do manage to do it. Oh, but oh gosh, the Servitors can't outdo the damage. Space Marines, come back. Where have you been? Oh, you've been stopped by one Desecrator. Oh gosh, it's going to be quite the race. Someone save them from this unending tide of demons, but the stronghold goes down. Do you have the money to replace it? Not quite. Grindan says that's very neat. What a campaign of aggression brought by Grindan. Looked as if the Space Marines were able to hold off. But the moment they left the base, that was when they got a bit too far flung. Look at that, they were attempting to go for maybe a counter-assault. And they could still hold on if Space Marines came back and destroyed this Desecrator. But to be fair, once you start seeing the Desecrators come out and you're not even in tier 2 anymore, then you may as well just throw in that towel. What an absolute difficult game that was for Grindan. From the get-go, just constant Nurgly things coming in. Those Plague-ridden zombies, really difficult to take on. Granted, they are slow, but they've got so much health. And the Nurglings themselves, I mean, yeah, they won't kill you anytime soon, but they can just tie you up while all the other bits and bobs like the cultists and the Plague zombies can start bashing everything else. So definitely a mighty fine effort from Grindan, but, you know, overextending is welcome. Going into the relic, you know, I can understand where it was coming from, but we're a little bit overzealous if you ask me. So cheers for sending that game into the Discord, and if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there's also Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As with Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.